Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we got Solo Hunters, aka Elemental Dungeons 2. I'm gonna call it that because almost same, makers, and there's a lot of elements, no pun intended, in Solo Hunters here. Actually, it was supposed to be called Dungeon Hunters, but the game Dungeon Hunters was there suddenly while this game was still in testing, which still is so. This is a silent open beta, so to speak. I will put in the link in the info box. Sometimes you will be able to play it, sometimes you won't be, depending on how they are actually operating it with, turning it on and off for other players. But you will be seeing soon much more content on this game just by me here, because I actually talked to Malt a lot and I had a lot of suggestions, and these suggestions were taken to heart, and it looks really good. They've actually done some crazy changes that I have suggested. I'm gonna go as we speak. I'm gonna show you a little bit. This is like a little bit of a beginner's guide, what you were supposed to do in this game, how the game works and stuff, because there's not much info on the internet yet, so let's get into it. So you're in this beautiful world here. This is the lobby where you're going to start off, and you will have different portals that you can get into that will then, it's a different dungeon, so to speak. It's very close to Elemental Dungeons, also when it comes to this summoning and stuff, which we're gonna go over in just a second. But yeah, you have these different portals around the world that you can go into, and they will require a specific amount of power for you to get into those. And the power level is basically, how do I say this? It's basically the equivalent of your gear, your level, your stats, basically a whole combination of a variety of things, okay? So you will start here in the town. There's a few things that you should watch out for. There is a tutorial, so go and play that, but I'm just gonna, just in case it didn't show up for you or whatever, I'm gonna show you how it works. You have a few quests, and I would always suggest to start here at the subway station, talk to Hunter Tin, and he will give you then, your first quests, so to speak. In the town, there's a few things that you can do. You have the merchant that when you later on sell items, you can buy yourself a few things from the merchant here, which is quite interesting. You see the money that you have down here where my cursor is at right now. And there's a few cool things that you can get. You can get yourself a reset skill tree, which is pretty useful later on. You can also re-roll your stats if it is in there, which I think is a really good way of implementing that, because in Elemental Dungeons we didn't have that. You can only get reroll stats by probably, I think it was just per code, or what was it called, Roblox, right? And here we don't have that. You can actually wait until it actually pops up in your merchant. Let me have a drink here a little bit. I have some iced tea. Okay. So that is really good. You can actually do that. You have yourself some stat points in the beginning until you can actually roll. Oh, god damn it. Until you can actually roll a power like an element here. By the way, which is very close to Elemental Dungeons as well. You will see a lot of similarities, especially with these this UI, for example, the mastery system. I think they used that as well. But until you get that, you would have to go for strength, because you start off with a sword. So make sure to put everything into strength and defense. After that, later on, you will be able to get yourself your first spin and your first item, like your first element, so to speak, or power or magic, or whatever you want to call it. And then you can work towards that restat and get yourself that and go there. But yeah, anyways, here you can summon your powers, which will be shown in the tutorial in the beginning. Yeah, it will be shown in there, so you can go in here. There's a few interesting things that you can get. There's a few mythics in there that you got the dual daggers, divine blade, and shadow scythe. I have actually tested these on my YouTube channel. I think it's already on there somewhere on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I've tested those. They're very powerful, very strong, and you can see they already have legendaries Crimson, Goliath, and Light, which is awesome. And in Epic, you have Nature and Darkness, and Vines and Lightning. These are very close elements to Elemental Dungeons 2. Very similar. Anyways, by the way, there's also another thing that is very similar. When you jump and hold down the F key to cast Light Shot, you're also stuck in midair, which is the same system of Elemental Dungeons. I still don't know why they don't market it as that. But anyways, yeah, you can sell your items that you get from the dungeons in here, make yourself some gold, and then you can go to the merchant. But let's go and do a quest here. And I gotta show you a few things that I think they have changed to the better, and some things that still need to be changed. So, I gotta kill 22 wolves. So the first idea that I had, I just recently talked to Molt, and I said, I think this one could be bigger. You know, to read this, and also the way they structured this menu here. I mean, it is kind of unique, but it is kind of all over the place, so I would think that it would be nicer if we had a little bit of a bigger UI, but that's just me. You know, I'm a glasses guy. Oh, and also, I just woke up. Oh, well, I didn't, like, it was like an hour ago, but sometimes you just are not able to make it. Oh, okay, so let's do it. Yeah, this is where this portal stuff begins. I also, in the beginning, it was all scattered throughout the lobby as well, and I said, I think it's really hard, and they have arranged it to this way now, and I think this is really awesome. By the way, this is co-op playable as well, right? So you can play this with your friends and stuff. It's not a single-player game, even though it's called Solo Dungeons or whatever, Dungeon Solo Hunter, Solo Hunter. Anyways, so this is what we have to do. We have to take out wolves, as far as I believe. It's really hard to get one of these items here. I got one of them, which is a ring, which is very powerful. It has very powerful stuff in it, but yeah, gonna take some time until you get those, you know. We're in Start Dungeon. So, another thing that I think is still too slow, which is mastery leveling. It takes a long time. I've been playing for like 2 hours straight, and I still don't have the second one unlocked. I'm still running around with one skill, with Light Shot, which is crazy. But I have a few things that I want to show you in a second once we finish this room here for a second. There's a cool mastery thing, and I'm going to show you how it works. It's really cool that you can like build your own mastery within that power, and this is something where I think the game shines. So if you click on it, you see there's like a own skill tree that you can go after within you know, the thing. And if you have enough points, basically what you do is you double click the node that you want to get, and there's some interesting... Oh god damn it, what's wrong with you? There's some interesting nodes in it. And obviously this one is the second skill, which is cost 40 mastery points. I told Mo that this needs to be changed. It takes such a long time. I mean, I've been leveling it for like hours now, and I still haven't even gotten the second skill. It is way too low, the EXP gain for mastery. It's insane. But they also said I should go to higher places to beat higher mobs. I did. And it is a little faster, I do agree with that, but right now when I'm doing the questing the way it was meant to be, so to speak, it's extremely slow, but we'll see. I'll do that in another few videos to test that further, my theory. So, obviously the best way is to, as usual, gather them. They do have a little bit of, like, I would call it input lag or something. Like, when I get close to them, they kind of, like, it takes for them a while to run away. Some of them are a lot much faster, like these guys here, and some of them are, you know, much slower. So these guys are pretty good right now, so I'm okay doing this. And yeah, it would be nice. I think the only thing that I actually really have to talk about currently, I mean, yeah, the grind does become repetitive once in a while. I do have to think so, but the game is like in early stages, right? It's in beta. So, you know, and content is still like, I mean, I haven't even touched upon like the pinnacle of content here. There's a few things that I also notice is that when you just go here to the sides, I don't know if they fixed it, but probably they didn't. You know, let's see. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe they did. So I went really close to the circle and I hit him. Oh, no. Okay, they still haven't fixed it. You can see... You can abuse that literally with almost anything that doesn't move in the game, especially the serpent, because the serpent didn't move. It used to move as far as I believe, but it became stationary, and I don't know why. So even if you get like hell portals, by the way, which are normal dungeons, the normal portals, but they are in red, which means they are extremely hard to do, and this is where it's really easy to just stand on the outside and use something like light, something that's really ranged, to do the damage. So yeah, oh, got ourselves a dagger. Nice. I am not using daggers at all because for me right now it makes no sense. I think they have the same issue as Elemental Dungeons did. Some of these mobs do way too much damage. I mean, way too much. So close combat with a sword makes no sense unless you one-shot everybody. Other than that, it doesn't make sense. So right now I'm just skilling up on everything on magic power. And it does feel like you do become stronger. So even when you're leveling up a little bit or something like that, you do become stronger. Very mucho grande. So yeah, you can see I jumped from 7,900 or something to 8,100 just by leveling up a little bit here, because I haven't really been upgrading any items. Now there's another thing that I wanted to show you that you can do. If you go back to your weapons like this one, or the items that you wear, there's a possibility for you to level those up, which is really, really important. So for some reason I gained 6 more mastery. It was maxed before. Oh, wait, let's see. So this one's... Oh, no, I am wearing these, okay. So let's go here and let's level those up. You do that with these cells that you're gonna get here. So I'm just gonna go up and throw it up to... Wait, let's go here. How many power cells do I have? Okay, let's upgrade this to 20. And it's gonna give me... not much. Don't know if it's really worth it, to be honest, because you're kind of like eating your... But I think the power cells are the only things that are really made for this, so I'm just gonna throw all of them in here and just upgrade for now. It doesn't really matter, because the health pool... I don't know. Anyways, I think this kind of covers everything that the game has to offer currently. There are different maps though, but it does take some time until you get there, because I figure out that there's this other place where you can go to. Once you're like level 15 to 20, there's this place over there. There's also no way to like turn off this quest marker, so you have to like finish the quest. But there's another place which is right over here, and it tells you it's for level 20 plus. And you can just grab yourself another quest here as well. I don't know if it overrides, but I think it does. Yeah, so I have to defeat this... Oh, no, wait, what? Yeah, now it does. Okay, wait, that was that was weird. But yeah, that's basically what you can do, and then you get into the next one. This is, by the way, a totally different map, so it's not always the same map. They have already worked on quite a few maps and bosses and stuff like that. It's completely different. I mean, kind of the rotation, but here the boss actually moves, I remember. So, wait, why am I earning so much EXP for doing nothing? Wait, I'm actually in a room with somebody else. Okay, so he's doing all the work for us. That's great. That is great news. I'll take it. Let's see, how much damage does he do? Oh my god, he just yeeted him. Okay, but I didn't get any mastery, obviously, from that, which is kind of a little sad. But, yeah, but I did get the quest, which is really good. So I got myself some level up, and I got myself some items. Let's open. And we got nothing. Don't think that you're gonna get crazy loot in this game yet. I think that still has to be changed. It doesn't feel like that you're being rewarded very well with any of these things, especially with the gems for things. You do have your daily things, but you can only get like 3 spins out of it daily. And if you go into weekly, you have a few more, but even those are pretty much easy. And since I have no friends, I couldn't finish this one. But other than that, that is kind of like the basic beginner guide to solo hunters. I hope you guys enjoyed. As soon as the game fully releases, I will let you guys know, because I have constant access to the game. I will let you guys know when things are changing and, you know, how the development process goes, because I am in the alpha chat and I've been talking and, you know, with Malton, which is the same people from Elemental Dungeons, right? Now, I don't know if all of the developers are, but I know Malton, Zood are, so yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.